Hi guys, welcome back to more NCIS. We are going to be continuing into Season 2. If you weren't aware of that, I did let you know at the end of the last episode on the outro that all the metrics and everything that you guys have helped provide with your comments and your thumbs up and your subscriptions and everything has enabled me to decide that we're continuing on it. Anyway, I digress. That's for another time. All you need to know is for now that we're carrying on. But prior to that, we need to get Season 1 finished. This is Episode 18. Let's go. Home invasion, maybe?
God, wake up.
What?
I heard a noise.
It's always down to the dude to check, isn't it?
Damn it, Rob, why didn't you answer me? You scared the hell out of me.
What? Fort Leavenworth.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, you hear a strange noise in your house. What do you do?
Slide a pistol from under my pillow and I go after the guy.
I'm talking about real people, Kate. She sleeps with her gun, boss.
That true?
Sort of. Sometimes.
Don't most agents?
Yes.
Good girl.
There you go. See?
I thought Leavenworth was Army CID jurisdiction.
CID is going to search where he's been. We're going to find out where he's going.
I'm trying to
What makes you so
understand the
sure he's not running
dynamics
to
as to
Canada or
when it's
Mexico?
always their
A
case.
year in pretrial confinement. To keep an eye on his son. I can arrange for a protection detail.
Is that a nice way of saying babysit? Has he had any contact with his father since you were awarded custody?
We were granted custody because his father murdered 2 people.
You think Jack might try to contact Kevin?
Yeah, nice board. Mind if I check it out?
Yeah, I do.
His father is probably running for a boarder, but I'm gonna leave Agent Todd here for a while.
That's one acronym I don't know.
It's like LoJack for inmates. Should be able to tell us when and where a chicken flew the coop.
I am much more interested in how and with whose help.
Got it.
Where'd he run after the murders?
He didn't. He was the one who called the police.
He called the police on himself?
What? On himself?
He was innocent. It all fell apart pretty fast.
He end up confessing?
No. Curtin haloed into Afghanistan on September 12th with nothing but an MP5, a K-bar knife, and a radio.
What's your definition of hardcore?
Grew up in foster homes, enlisted at 17. There, exactly.
He's learning.
It's a brave new world, boss.
Ah. Do you know what would be nice that we've not really had in this first season? A guy who is, we're not just investigating a murder, one that's on trial for murder that turns out to be an innocent one, and then it's down to them to prove it. This could be it.
You got a fingerprint, you got a card. You swipe, you press, match, match. The computer knows who you are and where you are. So there's no need for bed checks or roll calls. You save time, you save money, until an inmate hacks the system.
Yes,
It was
but
maximum security. They don't get pencils, much less a laptop.
Yes, but toothpaste.
and how do you do it with that?
At first, I thought he molded a duplicate of his finger, but
The guard's finger. So a finger.
That is very
he made
clever.
this fool the computer.
the biometric readers note lines and ridges in 3 dimensions. They don't check for a pulse.
Roger, standing by.
Oh, it's him again. People told me to look out for him again. Forgotten his name. I mean, that's kind of what a convict would do. See that being how he helps
Kevin,
prove his innocence.
what are you doing?
Nothing.
False
Good
alarm.
for McGee. Just a little spill.
McGee.
Roger that.
Thank you.
I've got the floor.
He's
You just
here.
need to go back to bed.
He's here.
Okay, Kevin?
Yeah, I just picked up on it.
One word. And the milk won't be the only thing spilled on the floor.
Yeah. And you just radioed in and everything's
The whole
fine.
neighborhood is under surveillance. You'll never get away with him.
Came to say goodbye.
Oh, okay. You don't do it like that.
He needs to know that I love him, and that this is the best place for him now.
So you can run away without feeling guilty.
I shouldn't have to run at all.
See, just with the way this man is handling things here, tells you he's not a killer, and that he hasn't, with his extreme background and rough upbringing and the Afghanistan and everything else, that this just isn't in him, because he's come to say goodbye to his kid. And I don't even necessarily think he's running. He's maybe trying to figure out how the hell he ended up being done for murder here. He's even being careful how he ties Kate up. It doesn't add up, does it?
You think about your mom a lot?
Yeah.
So do I.
This dude's been framed.
McGee, you got a sit rep for me?
Checking.
Kate, you there? Come in.
He's gonna come in.
Where is he?
The back bedroom with Kevin. My hands. This is NCIS Special Agent Todd. We need immediate assistance at 10600 Vinton. We've got an armed federal escapee inside the house.
He's gonna know. He heard the calling check. He's gonna know that another agent's coming from outside. While you are being careful. Yeah, he's gone.
Clear.
Don't shoot him.
Go after him. I'm gonna go back up front and see if he parked his car.
Right.
No, tell me you found his car. On the radio, notify the team, tell me you found his car and you got it covered.
That'll make him double back and take a different route.
Stop! Out of the way!
Too late. Nice shot. Very nice shot. Damn, she can handle herself.
One of the deputies just found an old pickup with Missouri plates, reported stolen yesterday morning.
Bag the windshield fragments to get them to Abby.
Curtin snuck in last night. I didn't hear him.
Yeah.
He came to say goodbye to his boy.
And while he was saying goodbye?
I was tied up in the living room, but I hit him with a shotgun.
How bad?
Don't know.
Especially after what happened
Swam?
in autopsy with that guy. That's twice now.
Well, actually, there's a little thing called 200 miles between Leavenworth and the Mississippi.
All we know is this guy swam across a big-ass river. Really a lot.
Hardest thing for guys like us is talking.
What do you mean, guys like us?
Brains.
I don't know. You just seem a little bottled up.
Everyone thinks I should just spew. You know?
I let a guy get away from me.
Tell him.
Bad guy.
Yeah.
He shot one of my people. Bothers me that I can't find him. But I'm gonna find him.
I believe you.
I'm not gonna help you catch my dad.
I get that.
It's okay.
Doesn't matter. Lost his mom. He's gonna lose his dad here too.
I want a hard target search of every residence, gas station, farmhouse, henhouse, doghouse, and outhouse in the area. You got that? Good.
Accent's still not right.
Come on. Name the movie quote right now in the comments. Go. Because I know.
Tommy Lee's more Texas. You gotta think more untamed in your face.
That's caused from blood spray hitting a perpendicular surface at a pretty good clip. I'd say that he probably just got grazed or he's down to one arm.
If Curtin's like most inmates, he blames everyone but himself for his conviction.
There was a new DC road map in the car he abandoned. Curtin also did right by all three of them. Coleman didn't even contest the post-traumatic stress diagnosis. He's always insisted he was innocent.
Yeah.
So you're saying we should be looking for a one-armed man?
Very funny.
Maybe we should. Maybe the one person that Curtin still has a beef with is the one who killed his wife. He's not running. He's chasing.
He is.
We think Curtin's innocent, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, we do.
Assume he's innocent for the sake of argument.
Okay.
Why?
If Curtin's innocent, and he's going after the guy that murdered his wife and the cable repairman.
I don't think he cares about the cable repairman.
He found out who slit their throats while he was in prison. What about the stuff that was in his cell?
Be here in 20 minutes. Police report, detective notes, crime scene photos, phone records, and an official trial record.
I want the evidence custody documents so we can get...
Already got it, sir. I can call Norfolk and have the evidence transferred here. Okay, yes, sir.
You don't have to call me sir.
No, sir.
Lawyers.
He's no longer a JAG. He's a $400 an hour Beltway lawyer.
Denozo, I don't care. I don't care if he's wearing Armani or Prada or Ermine something Zengen. Get his ass here.
Chairman and Gildo.
You know what the federal minimums are for aggravated assault under color of authority?
Very subtle, Denozo.
Shooting him just seems so ham-fisted.
Whatever it takes.
I believe Curtin told his son that he escaped from jail to get the person who murdered his mother.
You had no eyewitnesses, no confession.
I had enough evidence to get a conviction.
Okay, if Curtin can prove he's innocent, why didn't he just tell the authorities?
Would you listen?
No.
They remind you of anybody?
No.
Me neither.
What was that about?
Evidence from Norfolk.
Everything else goes to the lab. You take Abby with you.
I'm on her. I'm on it.
The court-appointed psychiatrist found Curtin experienced severe insomnia in Afghanistan.
Who didn't?
Sleep deprivation can cause paranoia.
So can a wife who's cutting another guy's jib?
Unfortunately, she's right. I checked out every number she called while he was overseas.
Verizon, Sprint, AT&T Wireless, and there's more. Houston's cell phone has landed. Prepaid cell phone records for one Margaret Curtin.
Date on the subpoena was 4 weeks ago.
There you go.
Court's adjourned. Get on those numbers.
You'll let me know how this turns out?
Of course.
Sliced them from ear to ear, that they both also had fractures of the cervical spine. Yes, the killer incapacitated each victim with a violent and most likely fatal twist of the head.
Yeah.
Doc.
Probably to cover up the fact that he knew how to kill with his hand.
Like a Navy SEAL.
Like a pro.
Yes.
She only got the phone when her husband shipped out.
What's the most frequently dialed number?
It's convenient.
Commander Foley's house.
Whoever he is chasing isn't one of those numbers. We just have to find out which one.
We're actually more interested in what you know about his wife, Margaret, Mrs. Foley.
According to her cell phone records, you two spoke regularly after your husband's deployment.
No, but Margie wouldn't confide in me about something like that.
Why not?
What'd you talk about?
Mostly about whether we heard any news or talked to anyone. My husband got called to Washington immediately after the second plane hit the Trade Center.
For the first back almost a month before Petty Officer Curtin?
That's right.
How could I find evidence of an affair using only physical evidence collected at a crime scene?
What?
Didn't happen to her either. Her medical records were admitted during trial.
All we need to do now is check Commander Foley's records.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can't find?
And we just shut up the nozo.
I take this as positive.
You agree to waive your Article 31 rights. You testified on his behalf at the trial. Certainly seem to be sympathetic to his situation.
Situation?
Coming home and finding his wife in the bedroom with another guy. Actually, it was more like 4.5 months for you. RPG broke your leg.
I was lucky.
So you came
Killed
all
Petty
early.
Officer Gomez. What does any of this have to do with Petty Officer
Just
Curtin?
answer the
It
question.
doesn't. It has to do with his wife.
What's taking you so long?
It's not like I can just Google a Navy SEAL commander and access his confidential medical records.
If Curtin hadn't come home exactly when he did, who knows what direction this case might have gone in.
Sorry, could I see you a second, boss?
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm seeing what I'm seeing.
Doesn't like being
Never
interrupted, does he?
interrupt an interrogation, McGee. Never.
I just thought
To have a thought, McGee, you have to think. Were you thinking?
I think so.
Fuck.
What is so
Spell
damn
it.
important?
Gibbs is a scary bastard. Honestly, he is. When he starts that, I'm like...
She was murdered by her jealous lover. The same one that gave her herpes.
I'm not answering another question until I talk to a lawyer.
Oh, really?
Hate to rain on your parade, but we still don't have Curtin.
At least he won't be able to kill Commander Foley.
Doesn't make any sense.
You gonna give it up,
What?
Denozo?
You're just gonna keep repeating yourself.
The calls from Curtin's wife to the Foley house after he got back into town? Well, they didn't need to talk on the phone. They could see each other in person.
Meet.
Yeah, he had surgery on his leg and then in again for a staph infection.
Right.
How'd you know that?
Because those are the only days Curtin's wife made calls to Foley's house after he got back.
I don't know, boss. Are you thinking what I think you're thinking?
Yeah, her lover wasn't Foley. It was his wife.
That's what did it. Oh, I did not see that. Well worked out, Tony. You seek solace with somebody who's going through the same thing. Wow. This is why I like this whole team. He's here for her. I didn't see this. Damn, these cases are good. I can never work them out. She knows you're there. Because it's Kate.
I think you have something of mine.
Put your hands behind your head and lock your fingers.
Is this what you wanted your son to remember you for?
No, you shouldn't have.
Easy. With a guy, I'd think, what's he got that I don't? But if it was a woman, I'd know. Plus, there's the whole,
Threesome thing.
When a woman,
Oh,
There's no such thing.
there's no such thing as lesbians?
That's not what I said.
Bastard.
Oh, you just think all lesbians secretly still want a man.
Not all of them.
Just the good-looking ones?
You're putting words in my mouth. Denozo.
So I guess...
I told you, I think Denozo watches too much porn. Because in his head, that's exactly what it is. All what lesbians still really secretly want a man, just the good-looking ones.
You're completely above such fantasies?
Yeah, I am.
Of course you
Believe
are.
it.
There's that woman again. Who the fuck is this?
Who's that?
Good question.
By the way, there's something that Tony and Kate have been meaning to ask you.
No. I'm loving this show. It's just getting better and better. Do you know something? It's a while since I've started a show, whether it's a new show or an old show, but in particular if it's one that's just not been on your radar and you've missed it and you're going back, where whatever type of show it is, in this case, it's Navy, it's detective, it's action-packed, it's intriguing, it's informative, but that's usually where it ends for that type of show. What I like about this is they seem to be... I think the reason the cases are sometimes not that easy to work out is because the whole focus of the episode and the show is not on the case. What's already starting to happen here towards the end of season 1 is we are character building and getting used to the world in which the show is based with our characters. The actual cases are not background, but they are secondary to what the show's actually about, even though it's portrayed and shown that that's what the show is about. Because we're getting more and more of just the little balance, the dance that they've got going here between, we're talking about a serious case and it could be anything, but it's usually to do with murder or dead body or something, and we've still got banter going on, we've still got funny moments, we've got tongue-in-cheek stuff, we've got an ever-expanding library of history to these characters, and we are learning more and more about them, and they've managed to I don't know, they've just managed to create a mix that just works so well. Anyway, as regards the episode, no, I didn't see that either. This is what I like. Each one of them, no one's carrying anyone else. No one is, oh, they're really good and the rest of them just kind of follow along. It's Gibbs and everybody else just follows him, or any of them. Kate's just proving in this episode how good she is. Tony at the end there, working the little bits and pieces out, shows how good he is. Even this other guy who just seems to pop in and out now again, this McGee, is adding to the investigations. He's helping to be able to break down and analyse, especially with his knowledge. Abby is just ridiculously intelligent at what she does. So is our doctor. It's just a good all-round team. I don't want it to change. I'm sure it will change over the seasons. I know people come and go from shows. I don't know who yet. I purposely not wanted to look up who stays for a long time, who doesn't. So I'm on season 1. I don't want to do that yet. I don't want to spoil any surprises that I've got for the show. So please, if there's any of that, guys, I would appreciate if you keep the spoilers to a minimum. But I didn't expect it to be the same sex. I mean, what happens to this guy now? Because he was about to do something that he shouldn't have, but he actually didn't because they stopped him. So what does he get charged with there? I don't actually know. All we know is what the guy was actually probably going to go down for 30 fucking years of killing 2 people and murdering 2 people and snapping their necks and cutting them from here to here was not him. And he was just trying to protect his boy from it at the same time. That was a good episode. Gibbs has finally bought a PDA. it's still funny to see. It's not an old show. It's probably an old show if you're 30 or under, because it means you were a child when this started. But if you're 40 plus or 50 plus like me, it's not that old at all, and we can more than well remember before internet, smartphones and everything that's digital and databases and all of it. So it's nice to see the slow advancement of it. Whether Gibbs keeps up with the technology or not, probably not. I think that's probably as far as he's going to get. We will see. Right. Okay. Whether we come back to this guy from 2 episodes ago, from the autopsy room, and the guy that Gibbs had to give a little bit of an information on just to be on a level with the guy's son here saying that there's something eating away at you, there's something eating away at me too. I didn't manage to stop a bad guy, and I don't know where he is, and I can't find him, and he's still searching. I'm hoping maybe we get a resolute to it on the season finale. I've no way of knowing. Join me to find out. Best way to do that is to make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you do want any of these in full length, we've got a long way to go. Whole first season's almost complete. Go check the link in the description. That will take you to Patreon, and you can take a look up there and browse to your pleasure. Right. See you for episode 19 next week. I always end these episodes with a smile. This show is interesting, informative, fun, and just an all-round good feeling at the end of the episodes, because you never know what's coming. They've all been so different so far. So, join me for the next one.